Thank you very much, media fraternity. We want to talk about two things. Number one, we are in the situation whereby you are opposing the legitimate government of William Samoei Ruto, because the government is illegitimate. It was obtained through corruption. Currently, Raila Amolo Odinga is going around the nation to mobilize Kenyans to reject the government. We as Bunge la Mwananchi, we have been on the forefront. We have been on the forefront for agitating for the rights of Kenyans, agitating for the Kenyans who have been denied their rights by balloting during the 9th August election last year. Raila Amolo Odinga, I saw some youths in the name of being on the forefront. I saw you putting some youth on the forefront to steer for this movement. But I would actually dismiss or rather have a reservation against that. Sisi kama Bunge la Wananchi, we as Bunge la Wananchi fraternity, we need to be put on the forefront. You need to be recognized first, because we've been fighting for this movement. We are calling an action by Azimio la Umoja fraternity to put Bunge la Wananchi on the forefront, to be on the forefront for movement for defense of democracy, the current movement that we have. We are Bunge la Wananchi, we've been fighting for you, Raila Amolo Odinga, and we are fighting for our rights kama wananchi wa Kenya. We are telling the action that we have taken to put some few youths on the forefront. We are not opposed to that, but we should be part and parcel of that movement. Gaucho, or Nuro Kanga, or Mos in Jivanji, Paul Kirum, Titus in Jivanji, and others Titus in Jacaranda, Paul in Jacaranda, Nuro Kanga in Jacaranda, should be considered to be on the forefront and part and parcel of such youths for that movement. We are in a position to fight for the rights of Kenyans, and we've been fighting for the rights of Kenyans. Movement of Azimio la Umoja to reject the government is going to happen across the nation. We are asking, we should also be considered to move together, to be partners of Azimio la Umoja movement and move together in the nation for such particular cause. We are asking to be recognized. We are asking because we are fighting for the rights of common Mwananchi, and join Azimio la Umoja, to be part of Azimio la Umoja, to fight for the rights of Kenyans as a whole. Finally, nikimalizia, I want to condemn the action that have been taken by some few members of parliament in Azimio faction to join Ruto in the State House, or rather to join or went to bed with the government. The problem we have in this nation is that we are electing members who barely understand their mandate. Members of parliament, the opposition, should be there to keep the government on checks and balances, should be there to critique the government, but not to go in bed with the government. That is why I'm dismissing the action that have been taken by some few members of parliament. For example, Alego Usonga, Ore Botandi, or Elisha of Game constituency, Mark Nyameta of Wuri constituency, Jalango in Langata constituency. You are betrayers of big time. You are betrayers of big time. But otherwise, we as body politic, we shall still stand strong and oppose the illegitimate government of William Samoei Ruto. We still stand strong to critique the illegitimate government of William Samoei Ruto. And that's why I'm saying, sisi kama youths, we as Bunge la Mwananchi Jacaranda, we are joining the movement for defense of democracy, to defend the democracy in this nation, to call for a new paradigm shift so that common Mwananchi can find his or her right in this constitutional concept.
Okay, kidogo kama utaruhusu kidogo maswali. Tunaomba kuuliza hivi. Kulingana na hii movement imeanzishwa juzi, na nyinyi mmekuwepo kutoka kitambo mkipigania Raila sana. Kabisa. Na hii movement imeanzishwa juzi. Je, kama bunge, are you ready to work? Mko tayari kufanya nao kazi? Mko tayari kuwa join ama hawa hawajoin?
Oh, okay, thank you very much. I started with that statement. I mean that Bunge la Mwananchi has been on the forefront fighting for the rights of Kenyans as a whole, not even a particular political party. But because we know very well that Azimio la Umoja stands at the pole to lead the government, to become the government of this nation, we as Bunge la Mwananchi fraternity, we need to be considered. We need to be partners of Azimio la Umoja movement in this nation. We need to be on the forefront, not peculiar youths that are being poached from nowhere that we don't know. We can work with them, but we need to be considered. Because there are people who have been fighting for the rights of Kenya. There are people who have been actually fighting for the rights of common Mwananchi, and that's the Bunge la Mwananchi. Sisi kama Jacaranda Bunge la Mwananchi, we should be considered to be part and parcel and partner with Azimio la Umoja, One Kenya Alliance movement of current movement. Any question?
Mimi niko na swali.
Yes.
Azimio power. Raila siku zote.
Any question?
Nothing. Wacha niongee.
Okay. Kimalizia tu. Next Sunday nafikiri mkutano kwa Machakos. Kwa na story ni kama
sio Sunday, Friday.
Kuna fununu ya kwamba ni kama Wavinya kidogo hapo upande wa serikali. Sijui kama wanaazimia ama youth kwa jumla mna maoni gani kuhusiana hili?
First of all, we as Bunge la Mwananchi Youth Fraternity, we have to vilify what Wavinya Ndeti, the action that has been taken by Wavinya Ndeti. But I don't blame her. Wavinya Ndeti is not aware. She's not aware of what the Constitution states. She's oblivious of what Chapter 4 of the Constitution states. That right for demonstration, right to assembly, freedom and picketing is allowed under our Constitution. So Wavinya Ndeti is being used by some few cocoons in the government to infringe Raila Amolo Odinga's movement and even Azimio fraternity's movement, which cannot work. Wavinya Ndeti is like a drop of a blood in an ocean, and she is very trivial, and his action or his exodus from Azimio is equally futile, and therefore we shall move regardless of Wavinya Ndeti's take, regardless of Wavinya Ndeti's reservation. We shall move and we shall have the rally, because that is what the Constitution protect. Nikimalizia, I saw the police officer, the National Security Fraternity, trying to infringe the right of Bunge la Mwananchi. And I would quote a given article in the Constitution. That is Article 239 of the Constitution, sub-article 3. That the police officials or the national security, as they exercise their mandates and their functions, they should not be partisan to any political affiliation. They should not be partisan to any form of government, but they should respect and uphold the Constitution. Article 238 of the Constitution, sub-article 2B. National security shall be pursued in accordance with the law and with respect to the Constitution, democracy, human rights, and fundamental freedoms. And therefore, any police officer or any DCI who is trying to subvert the Constitution, that DCI is null and void. That portion of police sector is null and void. And therefore, Bunge la Mwananchi, we shall stand firm. It is come to the law and the Constitution. We need to stand strong like a rock. And we are condemning the current action by the DCI to try to involve and infringe the rights of Bunge la Mwananchi. We are very strong because we can substantiate our utterances. We can substantiate our proclamations.